Hi guys, so here it is. I'm doing an intro now to the Patreon account that's finally been set up. This is to fund our many projects, but two in particular that we need to get starting. Well, in truth, have already got started with all the paperwork side of things and all the legalities and such like. But yeah, we're getting ever closer now to the launch date. So I know most people will be well aware of what I'm speaking about, but maybe you've just been directed to me and this is the first time you're hearing of this, so allow me to explain what it is. So there are two projects in particular that I'm focusing on because I feel myself and my team feel they're the most imminent to get up and running. Okay, first one I'll speak briefly about is we are going to start buying former Ministry of Defence bases, typically military bases, because they're ideal for what our vision. What we intend to do is in every county eventually where there are these former military bases, we will acquire them. We will then equip them with everything that is needed to be able to house our elders, so our most vulnerable in society. And when we house the elders, we're not just putting them in an old folks home. I don't believe in that. I want to give them roles and responsibilities and jobs. One of those responsibilities will be for the orphan children that we take in. It is my belief in the coming years there will be a lot of people that unfortunately will be no longer with us, and I believe there'll be a lot of elders and our orphan children that will be left to fend for themselves in an environment at this moment in time that probably means they'll be heading for dark times, and I want to avoid that for them best that we can. So we'll be taking in these orphan children, but again, just like the elders, it won't be a place where we're just putting a roof over their head and food on the table. These children, they'll learn discipline, they'll be educated, they'll take part in sports that require discipline and develop character. They will learn Reiki, they will learn meditation. They will become pillars of the society, of the communities. Our vision is that any child that has been to our military bases where they come and they've got a roof over their head and they get looked after and develop them mentally, spiritually, physically. And that's what we want to do. We want to start sculpting the minds and hearts of our future. And we've got to take ownership of it. I think everyone's aware that the systems in place now doesn't really serve our elders or the children, so there's no point bitching and moaning about it. We just got to crack on and build a new ourselves, and so that's what myself and the team are doing. So that's the project that we're working on daily, to be honest, but until the funds come in, we can't buy the premises. So I anticipate that one's going to take a good couple of years to manifest, but when it does, you know, we'll have a lot of energy and funds and momentum, so it'll move quickly. The one that I'm really excited about, and the one that we need to get up and running ASAP, and I mean we really need to get this moving by mid-February, mid to late February into March, and then, well, it'll be ongoing almost indefinitely. But it's a peace force, not police, peace force. What is the peace force? The peace force is its own entity that serves and protects the people. This peace force will consist of ex-military, ex-police force, door staff, mixed martial arts, boxers, and what I can tell you is that we are not struggling for volunteers. I'm sure you can understand why when I explain what it is I'm speaking about. The peace force sole mission, while serving and protecting the people it represents, we are going to apprehend every criminal we possibly can. Predominantly politicians and the media, and any of those that have been found to have sold the people out and committed crimes during this pandemic. We will legally, with the common law as our backbone, our pillar to hold us up, in our own court, our own common law court, we are already in talks with barristers and such like to be able to pull this off. We've got police force and all kinds of... One police officer got over 30 years experience that wants to join the team. And we are going to legally, in a non-violent way, making sure everything's above board, what we're actually going to do is do what the police should be doing. Arresting real criminals rather than petty criminals, rather than being told... And I say all this whilst having a lot of empathy, actually, for many of the officers in the police force that are trapped in a corrupted system. And the same with the NHS and the military. To you guys, I ask that join us. Come and join us. Do something honourable. Every single one of our peace force officers will swear an oath to serve and protect. If any of these peace officers step outside of that oath, they'll just be removed. No warnings, just removed. We have to be of a high standard, a much higher standard than that of our current police force judicial system, and in truth, our elected leaders in our government. We have to just go and show them how it's done. Build the confidence in the people so they get behind us and support us, and then become the new police force. Become the new politicians and leaders. That's what we need to do. So, the peace force, all the documents and legalities and everything, the training manuals, because these peace force officers are going to have to go through training. I'm retraining myself in something that I became qualified in a long time ago called PSPO, Public Safety, Public Order. We're not going in heavy-handed. This ain't going to be a bunch of yobs just apprehending people and wanting to become popular or famous. It's not about that. This is a team of honourable, integral men that want to stand up for justice. That's what we're about. And we need your help. We really do. We're not going to get funding from the government. I know I've got a lot in my list of people that follow me on my socials. I know I've got some of you guys that are multi-millionaires that have been wanting to say and do things, and I understand from your position it wouldn't be wise, and I agree with you, it wouldn't be wise at this moment in time. So this is how you can help us. And one thing I'll say to all those that have already been reaching out saying I don't have much money, please, your £1 is just as important and appreciated, as even if someone donated us £1 million. Really is. And I really mean that, because it's the energy. So if you see people in contributing large amounts, don't go into your ego and go beyond your means. If all you can afford is £1, please give us it. Because what it actually means is you have made an invested interest energetically. So, in alignment with the universal laws and principles of manifesting, the more of you that contribute your energy, whether that's £1, £1,000, £1 million, it's all appreciated, and your energy put into that £1 is just as powerful in manifesting as the £1 million that someone may donate. That's the truth. So I'd rather have £1,000,001 from people giving their energy than one person giving us £1 million. Don't get me wrong, I'll be very thankful for those large sums, because it'll mean we can move much quicker. However, it's your energy and your emotions, your emotions that I want you to put into that £1 as well. So, there you go. You've been asking me for a long time to set up a page to fund it, and people have set up GoFundMe in my name in the past, which I asked to pull it down because I knew it wasn't quite the time yet, all those months ago. I wanted to wait until I felt we're on the cusp, because then when the money's coming in, I wouldn't want it to be sat there for 6-12 months and people are getting a bit itchy. Now's the time. Now we're ready to strike. The narrative is falling to pieces. The empire is crumbling. They're already all starting to now hang each other, tripping over their own lies and everything. And we need to just swoop in there and clean it all up. And that's what we're going to do with your support. So please contribute what you can. In my Instagram bio is the Patreon link. What I understand from a quick look at this Patreon, a lot of individuals post things on there so it's solely for the Patreon members to access. I'm not doing that. So if you're contributing money to it, it's because you're contributing to the cause. You're not getting anything else extra, because I wouldn't want to do that, because there are people that can't afford to contribute that would then miss out on the updates and insights and everything that I've got to share. So I'm not doing that. All my information, insights, everything is still going to be free on my socials. And if you can contribute money, great. If you can't, I understand. Just please keep giving me your energy. Liking, supporting, commenting, sharing. So there we go. We're moving into the final days now, where the revolution is truly about to begin. I'm very excited for it. And as always, remember, no fear, only love.